I pressed go live too soon, guys. You're gonna have to forgive me. Hang on. Okay, guys, sorry about that. We are back 8 minutes earlier than scheduled. So, yeah, I was trying to set up the camera for the opening shot and somehow pressed go live by mistake. So let me try and get your comments up, see who's here. There were 6 people watching a minute ago listening to the music. Since I started talking, down to 4. That doesn't surprise me. The viewing figures are very, very down. Maybe going live every day was a bad idea. Who knows? But 4 of you are here so far. Thank you, Nancy. Hey, Jim. A little bit out of breath. I thought I had far more time than anticipated. I'm going to ask for my money back. Sorry, Jim. Don't like to disappoint. But we are a little bit earlier than schedule, and now only 3 people. Oh, good grief. So, yeah, maybe too much of a good thing. Oh, wait. No, there's 5. So, folk are rolling in, but they were saying yesterday, I think Almel mentioned that she didn't get any notification and didn't even realize we'd been live every single night. And Jim Williams, I noticed you commented earlier that you were thinking about me. looked on YouTube, and there was my video. So a few of you have seen a little walkabout video that I put up today, and I may even have a little bit of a YouTube censorship story to tell you at some point. But let's wait and see if we get a few more folk arrive before we get into anything. And down to 4 views again. Oh my goodness. So yeah, maybe Saturday night folk have got family things going on. We are on a pandemic. A lot of folks in the United States, actually we don't need that anymore, have got the stay-at-home order. I'm pretty sure other states are going to follow suit. I have reason to believe we're buffering, and that's not what I was going to say. But New York, I think tonight is going to be going down on also going to be introducing the stay-at-home order at 9 p.m. this evening. Yeah, well, it wasn't a planned walkabout. It was very, very cold. Like, it's a strange day yesterday. It was like 18 degrees at some point in the morning. I think must have been when I was asleep. By the afternoon, it was around like 12, 11 degrees, and then throughout the evening, it got colder and colder and colder. And by like 2, 3 a.m., it was -9. And it's been -1 all day. Very cold, but the sun was out. And so were a lot of people. I noticed when I was out having a little smoke that there are lots of people walking their dogs, kids being pushed around in strollers and pulled around in those little radio flyer trucks. It seems to be very popular for the hipster parents to carry their kids around in this neighborhood. But there were people went about, there were kids playing basketball, there were kids on skateboards and scooters. So I thought, you know what, let's get out while the stores are still open, while we still can. Let's just go and get a little bit of fresh food, maybe some veggies, some fruit, some meat, make a pot of stew or something, portion it out in meals to see me through the next week or so. But anyway, when I got to the No Frills, if you've watched that video, you'll see that there was a lineup and a security guard. Early signs of socialism, perhaps, in a little bit more of a indication to socialism on its way, or something. I can't even remember what the bill or what they're trying to introduce is, but you're going to get $1,000 for groceries, $1,000 for health, and medical stuff, and like $300 towards gas and transportation. So like $2,300 in total are going to be given or offered to United States citizens or families. I'm not sure how, if it's per individual or it's per household, something like that. But it's a little bit of a share the wealth. Now that's just money they're going to create out of nowhere. They're going to just put a few zeros and ones onto a computer, and the Federal Reserve will just create debt just like that. Did I see Becky's here? She's lurking, I think. Or is you just talking to yourself, Nancy? You're like you're the one person live chat right now. It seems 5 viewers and only 2 thumbs up. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. It's still early. We're not supposed to be scheduled to go on until 9 p.m. But as I did mention, the figures are down, but people are lining up outside. You are talking to. I know you're here, Nancy. You're the only one. That's what I just said. You're the only one talking in the chat, even though there are supposedly 5 viewers in the chat room. It just seems like you and Jim are the only people that have commented so far. Oh, Smitty was there. I'm here, but just don't have much availability to stick about too much. Parenting stuff. Well, that's a shame, Smitty, you can't stick around, but I get it, and I'm thinking that possibly is oh, Becky Pamplin is listening. Nice to have you here, Becky P. So yeah, goodness, wow, that's a little bit maybe it was the mall music. We should have just stuck with it. People were viewing then. So I don't know, guys. We see people lining up at the I'm eating but listening. Okay, well, I managed to get some takeout food after I finished my little walk. Picked up some toilet roll. Actually, I was meant to press pause, but somehow I had a little bit of an accident and dropped the phone, and the video stopped. So that's why that one abrupted end a little bit quickly. But I did manage to get toilet paper from a nice little lady, and she had, fuck me, like a pandemic stockpile: hand sanitizer sprays, masks, all sorts of shit, not to mention stacks and stacks and stacks of toilet paper. In fact, when I picked it up off the shelf, toilet paper fell down on me. It rains toilet paper. Almost wish I was still filming when that happened. But yeah, she had loads of toilet paper and loads of hand sanitizer. Something I mentioned on a few of these walkabouts. Check your little convenience stores, because these are places people overlook. And lo and behold, this little lady, she had a gold mine. If you wanted to be a profiteer on this pandemic, then that would be the place to go and pick up your toilet rolls. So I think she's made $1 or $2. $10 for 6 rolls. I don't know if that was good or not, but support your little local business, you know what I mean? These people might be struggling, but they're staying open through all of this, while many places are closing. And as I mentioned, when I got to the no frills, there was a lineup waiting to go in, and they were distanced apart, you know. They weren't like shoulder to shoulder lined up kind of thing. There's a couple of meters space between them. And there's a security guard on, I mean, he didn't look much of a security guard. He didn't, like, you know, look like he could do any damage or anything. In fact, he almost looked like one of the sort of tweaker residents that sometimes frequent Parkdale here in Toronto, which still is a little bit of a sketchy area. And he just found a security guard jacket. I don't know, he didn't really seem to be that. I mean, if you watch the videos, you can tell me yourself, but he didn't seem very friendly. So I was going to ask him a couple of questions, like, when was this introduced? What is the deal? 1 in, 1 out? Is there like a 50 person minimum? You know, they can only have 50 people in there at one time. But anyway, all dentists closed. My tooth all hurts, still hurts. Well, sorry to hear that, Nancy. And well, we have got 5 thumbs up. That's at least everybody that is here is liking it so far. And did I see a 6th person creep in? I don't know. But I'm guessing maybe, you know, too much of a good thing. People are getting a little tired of it, and maybe, you know, the weekend they just want to switch off, detach, maybe spend some family time, get a pizza, watch a movie, watch some TV shows or something on a Saturday night. And I don't blame them. I was almost in that frame of mind myself, but I did sort of promise to say that I would be going daily, although I did bring you a walkabout video. So that could have counted as the daily content, but your family is there with you. Oh, well, that's nice. So you've got some family time. Becky is working, lurking. I'm guessing maybe Judy Bell's cooking for her husband. Bless her. Don't find wives like that to a penny, I can tell you. Danielle, I know she's out with Wolf. She's staying with Wolf. Maida Montana. Well, there we are. Heidi from Disabled and Prepping, and Kelly Kibo almost together. So Nancy, I'm glad you got your girls with you, darling. That's nice that you've got a little bit of company and your family around. Kelly, Disabled and Prepping, Heidi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So struggling for viewers tonight, seeing my dentist in the morning. On a Sunday morning, dentists are open. Well, and I guess make the most of it. But what else is going on where you are, guys? It seems you're watching. Any news, any developments, or any of you so far on the stay-at-home order? Have you been affected by that? It just seems strange, a dentist open on a Sunday morning, Jim. But as I said, we do kind of live in a 24/7 society, except for nowadays where store hours seem to be changing. The stores are closed. You can only get takeout food from restaurants and bars, McDonald's, fast food places like that, Burger King, KFC. You can't sit down anymore. You can only get takeout. But there did seem to be quite a few people out and about in Toronto now. In fact, almost like more than were out last week, last Saturday when I did a little walkabout, almost in the same area. I did the same thing pretty much almost. But whether or not this is a little indication of defiance, maybe this is the indication of people that just ain't buying this, or whether this is people that are just very, very ignorant and don't care, or live in a little bubble. I really don't know. But there were lots and lots of people out today, or seeming a lot of people out today in comparison to recent days. But a little bit of sunshine and blue skies will bring the folk out, especially when it's been a bit dark and gloomy. Ribbits here. So still only saying 5 folks watching. He thinks they are gonna close him down Monday, the dentist. I go, I come home. Okay, Nancy. So guys, I don't know what to tell you. don't really got anything planned for tonight, as sometimes we've been trying to come up with a little bit of something entertainment or informative, or dare I say fun. But tonight, kind of feeling a little bit, I don't know if it is the sort of uncertainty and the unknowing, or what exactly it is, but very little motivation to do anything. And I did kind of force myself to go out, and that was my plan, to go and get some groceries and stuff, some fresh sort of produce and things while we still can, just in case we get the stay-at-home order. There won't be any chance to, but other than that, I've been very lethargic, and just really kind of don't really know what to do, when to do it, if that makes any sense. Don't know if anyone else is feeling a little bit like that. So we might down to 4 people watching now. So guys, you know what, as I ain't feeling it, and you've got family with you, Nancy, Costa Mesa. Goodness, Jim, I used to be in Costa Mesa for a little while. Wish I was there with you, even though you will be on the lockdown, right? You're in California. They've given out the stay-at-home order, so it must be very eerie and quiet where you are. Compared to normal. What about you, Ribbit? You on lockdown yet? They told you to stay at home, or are you still able to go out if you need to? And that's the thing. How do they determine? You know, you can go out still if it's for essentials, right? If you got to go and get groceries or medication or something. But how would you know? Like, would they escort you to the grocery store or something? How can they prove poor? So what have you been doing to sort of occupy yourself? Although it's only like been a day or so, right? But most of us have sort of been Heidi's on lockdown. Ribbit's not at stay at home yet. So yeah, me neither. We're still not there. They have advised us to stay at home and sort of what's the word? Self-distancing or social distancing, self-isolation and social distancing. So Nancy's going to the store tomorrow. I need to remember to take pics. Yeah, you do that, little Nancy. Not everyone is doing it. I did see one of my friends also in California said that where she was living, some folks down the end of the street were having a block party. So I don't know if that's going to be something. We did have a little rumor in the live show last night that there was looting in San Francisco. Don't know if you can go get takeout or drive-through. Roads are full. Oh, interesting. So is that like people going to the drive-through? I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm playing with the little emoji erasers here for, but still only 5 folks watching, and we are now past the 9 o'clock when we should have which was a scheduled time for this. But I took taxi to the park, and the parking lot was full. Dog park is closed, but people on playgrounds playing basketball, etc. That was a little bit the same here. That's what I was saying just before you arrived, that there were quite a few kids out playing basketball. If you've seen the walkabout, you'll see it on there. In my neighborhood, there were kids going up and down the road on their skateboards and scooters. Families walking dogs, putting their kids in their little wagons or strollers. All the Sun City old people are getting out. So maybe that was it. You know, people thought, we don't know when we're going to be able to get out again. Let's make the most of it while we can. Or just people, you know, that's what I'm saying. Why are they out? Is it because they're a little bit like us? They don't believe into this exactly. Yep, we saw basketball. So anyway, yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that little video. That was kind of a little bit of a, you know, I wasn't expecting really to see that. I was almost expecting to see empty shelves or something. But I really wasn't expecting to see lineups and security guards on the door. So I didn't bother going and getting any groceries. Whether or not I go and try and do similar tomorrow, maybe go to the Freshco, see if they've got the same thing happening there or not, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. But I'm not thinking that I'm going to be carrying on much longer with tonight, and I might well myself go in get some movies and or TV shows on. Actually, I need to finish up the Tiger King. I've been watching the last couple of days. It's been very, very interesting, about a guy who runs. It's actually about a bunch of people who run big cat parks in the States, in the sort of crime and goings on behind the park scenes. Well, that must have been interesting, Ribbit. And I guess obviously the hairdresser had no issue. She wasn't wearing gloves or anything, or masks when she cut your hair. Let me know. Holy crap! What's up, Jim? What's happened? Always when we say we're going to go, someone else shows up. But who is the seventh person? Reveal yourself, seventh person in the live chat. Yesterday we only got 30 or something views for my live show, so that's what I'm saying. No gloves, no mask. Was that reassuring or worrying to you, Ribbit? Did you sort of find that a little bit strange, or are you sort of glad that there was a little bit of normality? Nice, see, Abby Normal. I posted 2 photos from Walmart. Is that in the Discord or in Facebook? So I do got a video that I wanted to kind of bring to you. 9. It's saying we got 9 watching now. Well, look at that. We might just get double figures. Sometimes when we get double figures, I almost get a little bit of hope. In the Discord, so we might. My hair too long, need cut. Okay. Treat yourself. Go get your hair done if you can, Nancy. So I was going to try and show you something, the video that won't upload. So I made a little video of a screen recording earlier. I found the interview I was talking about in the live show yesterday. If you were watching or not, I mentioned that there was a guy who was on the local news here who had the virus. Now, I kind of want to see if I can get you on the screen. Oh God, I turned the thing off. Hold on a second. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Actually, I don't even need to do that. I'm trying to get you as close as I can to the screen. Okay, so this is going to be interesting because I tried to upload this video earlier, and it wouldn't upload. Now, okay, the volume's down.
Life in everyday society, many people. Guys, what's up?
Listen, can you hear it?
TSP TV, and in this little video, I'm just going to point out something I mentioned in the live show from Friday night. Some of you may have seen it, only a handful, but something we've been talking about, not just Friday, but over the last few days since this global pandemic has taken a hold of normal life in everyday society. Many people now in the United States are under a stay-at-home order, kind of medical or martial law, but something that has been highlighted. Although we're seeing a lot of celebrities hitting the news shows and news feeds, such like that, we're not seeing very many of the common man, so to speak, that has affected this. We haven't seen any kind of Facebook or Instagram tweets, no videos going on YouTube. Someone, hey, I've just come back from wherever I got home, and here I am. I'm sick right now. I've got fever, sweating. I think it's COVID. None of those have kind of circulated or been seen. Certainly none that I've seen. I don't know if you guys have seen any, but we are hearing of numbers of the victims, say victims, or the infected, or people that have been infected by this, are growing supposedly a blind each and every day. Are these figures being manipulated? Are they actually accurate? Who is providing these figures? All questions to be answered, or may never be answered. But there's a lot of kind of fear mongering and stuff going around, and a lot of people that are kind of suggesting that maybe this is a drill, maybe this is an operation of a psychological nature, maybe folks are reading from the script. Now, yesterday, Friday, I can't even remember what it was, March 20th possibly, I caught a local news stream, CP24. This is the guy in front from the local news channel CP24, Gurdeep Alawalia. His nice tailored suit and tie there. But yesterday I called this little article. I managed to trace it down on the CP24 Facebook page. They actually uploaded the video of it. This guy who supposedly or allegedly or factually, I don't know, up to you to decide, but this guy that they're just going to interview in a second supposedly had COVID-19. He suffered the symptoms after returning from Miami. I'm going to play the video and we'll come back and discuss it a little bit afterwards, but let me know what you think.
Some people not taking it seriously. A Toronto man who recently returned from Miami was diagnosed with COVID-19, and Kelly Linehan, this serves as a cautionary tale, right?
It really does. We've been talking about what the symptoms are. We know what the symptoms are, but luckily, at least for us here, Gurdeep, and so many of you at home, you don't know what it actually feels like to have COVID-19. That is not the same story for David Anzarouth. We're so grateful for your time today, David, and we hope you're feeling okay. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Yes, I'm feeling much better today.
We talked yesterday, and you were very stuffed up, so you're already sounding a little bit better here, but can you walk me through the timeline? You went to Miami, you returned to Toronto about a week or so ago. When did you start feeling sick?
Yeah.
So notice he said he's feeling much better today. So listen to what he says, and it's a little bit dark, but does he kind of look to you as though
Does he look ill to you guys?
Or he's been sick? And I'm not sure if he's in it doesn't look as though he's in a hospital or a doctor's. It might be a private hospital perhaps, but it kind of looks as though he's at home doing this interview. But let's listen to what he's got to say, and we will address some more points afterwards. But just check it out and see if you think he looks like he's been
So
sick.
YouTube wouldn't let me upload this, right? They blocked it.
Is causing so many people to be forced to stay at home.
Yes, so on March 11th, I flew back to Toronto from Miami directly.
That was last Monday.
As soon as I returned home, I came straight home to the airport. I felt tired. I felt sluggish. I had a bit of a headache. This up to being, traveling for the last day. I stayed home.
Now, what's very, very interesting, sorry, I'll stop it, to just point this out. What he just said there about he was tired, he's had a headache, and he just put it down to something other. That's exactly word for word what Tom Hanks said in his tweet. It's almost like they're reading from the same script, so to speak. But also,
Hi, Trip.
this guy, March 11th, so that was like 9-10 days ago. He come back from Miami 10 days later.
So follow the train. 10 days, right?
The deadly virus COVID-19 is forcing us all to stay at home. So let's just watch a little bit more.
That night, I made myself food that I had in my apartment, and I went to bed early because I was going to work from home the next day. I had let my boss know at work that somebody within my group was feeling ill after our vacation. And I said, best I stay home, best I work from home and manage this as it progresses. Thursday, I started feeling exponentially worse. My head started pounding. I felt as if I was drugged. I felt as if I couldn't, I wasn't myself. If we're operating at 100%, I was at 20%. I was able to sit on my couch and work from my laptop, do pretty much nothing else. By about 6 p.m., I put on a movie, I finished work, and I immediately passed out. When I woke up, I was drenched in a pool of sweat. I was shivering. I was having such intense chills and sweats. I had felt like flattened. It was as if a truck had hit me. My symptoms were getting increasingly worse, and my fever was climbing at that point. I immediately bed. I took acetaminophen and tried to sleep, but at that point, I was very hard to control my breathing. I was really, really disoriented, really dizzy, and the headache was unlike something I'd ever felt.
So you wrote about this on an Instagram post too. The severe body aches you're talking about, the most intense chills and sweats, and completely congested. A lot of us hear about the respiratory symptoms, the making it hard to breathe. How did that feel for you? Because I imagine that might be one of the scariest symptoms with it.
Yeah, it definitely was strange. It was something like I had never felt before. I knew I was sick. I knew
Exactly, Ribbit.
an immune system. I was on vacation the week prior, and I was doing a bit of partying in Miami, and so I was expecting to feel, sluggish coming home. This was something completely different. There was a tightness in my chest.
Tightness in the chest. Repeat the tightness in the chest.
Overnight when I was trying to sleep, that I would be gasping for air, and it wasn't so much to get the air. It's that I was so disoriented. It was so completely out of it trying to sleep. I wasn't sure what was going on. I was trying to breathe. I was having difficulty doing so.
So, luckily a friend finally urged you to go to the ER. You do that. You go through all these tests, a battery of tests from doctors and nurses, all in full gowns, and they're talking to you through a wall. That's how you're communicating. What was that experience like, and what was the testing process like?
So I went to the emergency room at Toronto General and made myself there, or I made my way there on my own, and I was immediately seen. They took my information. They had a series of questions that they had to ask, which I was prepared to answer. They took me to triage, where they took my temperature, checked my vitals, and asked a few more questions. They then took me to a holding room that had 3 chairs, all separated by at least 2.5 meters. I sat there for about 20 minutes until they could prepare the room beside me, which they called their clean room. They took me from the holding room into the clean room and directed me, kind of speaking to me about 5 meters away. And they put me into the room. The room had sliding glass doors, and they communicated to me through the sliding glass doors any sort of time that they were going to come in and test me for something. So the doctor introduced himself. He put himself into full gown, mask, gloves, etc. They tested me for all influenzas. They tested me for the COVID-19, which was a large swab up my left nostril. And then they instructed me that they were going to do a test for pneumonia, ensure that I wasn't experiencing any pneumonia. This whole time, everybody was extremely nice. Everybody was very communicative, but it was all done through closed doors, and that's really to protect themselves from what I had at that point. We didn't know that I was going to test positive. There was obviously the suspicion, but they were doing everything they could to protect themselves. They're frontline workers, and I completely understood, the measures that they were taking to protect themselves and to protect me, right? So,
now you're back at home. We know that you were sent home. After you were sent home, you got that,
sent home, guys,
for COVID-19, and so this has been about a week or so.
So he was sent home.
Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to stop the video right there. There's a little bit more that I kind of speak about, unless you want to watch. Actually, let's watch a bit more.
He's got COVID.
No, he won't. So you pretty much hear what he's saying. This video I tried to upload 3-4 times on YouTube, and it would get to the processing stage, and it would be hold on a second, guys. Something's happened here. Okay, I got you back now. So I did catch a couple of comments that you thought that he was lying. He was looking down. He doesn't look confident. But the thing is, how fucking healthy did he look? Seriously, guys, did he look as though he had any of those symptoms that he had only days before? Now, he got back from Miami on the 11th, which was, I think, last Monday or Wednesday. And then on the Thursday, he started feeling the symptoms. He went to the hospital for 48 hours. He was, at death's door, couldn't breathe, terrifying chest pains, a headache like he'd never felt before, congestion. But here he is, yesterday, Friday, right as rain on TV, able to Skype and do his hair, get his eyebrows all preened, and look, the picture perfect bill of health. So if he did have it, then it doesn't look like there's that much to worry about, right? We're going to come out the other side of it looking dapper and dandy, just like that dude. Totally healthy, right? So no coughing, no gasping. He did look like he was kind of like holding his chest, but I think that was maybe a little bit of like kind of anxiety or panic, perhaps, not necessarily symptoms. And it kind of looked a lot as though he was like looking off screen, and Kelly Kebo, I think it was, said he was looking down to say that he was lying. And you noticed how he said and Cetramin instead of, or however you say Tylenol. See, I don't even know how to say it. I used to work for pharmaceuticals. Ribbit. I've been in EMS for years. No way was this guy down like that, looking like he does now. Thank you. Is this the correct? It was made in Montana. That was the video I've had so much trouble uploading. Now the part I kind of cut off was just me talking about pretty much what I'm talking to you now. Like, he looked perfectly healthy in within the time frame. So it's only the 21st now. So within 10 days, he got back from Miami, started feeling the symptoms, got the virus, and now he's right as rain. 10 days didn't look as though, you know, he missed a beat, really and truly. Yes, those were some anxiety symptoms, is what Ribbit's saying. So Kelly, down and to his right, that's deception. Down into the right, or not back into the left, like the magic bullet JFK, remember that? Down into the right, down into the right. So guys, as I said, your fault's pretty much the same as mine. This guy was reading from a script, right? He was an actor. I don't know if it's worth playing it again for you guys. There's only oh, we've got up to 12 now. My nurse sister is now treating ICU corona V patients in San Francisco. Really, huh? Interesting. Let us know any developments or anything you hear of interest on that one. So we do got a few more here, and somehow managed to get to 37 minutes, although some of that was cheesy more music, which I can somehow see Nancy dancing around to in her little shack down there on the bayou. Did anyone catch that little fibber's name? God, I'm pretty sure they said it, but I can't remember it now. And I've lost it on the screen. I shut down that page. He said he was prepared to answer the questions. Nice spot. Yeah, maybe they prepared him. Mine is in Riverside Community Hospital, and nothing is triggering her yet. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm he was coached. Would you guys like to see it again just for one more time? The music was good, wasn't it, Jim? I do try to find some interesting music for the intros on this channel. It's usually kind of some cheesy Hammond grooves or some kind of 70s wah-wah type pimp tunes. But I've started to go a little bit with the more music in recent days. So I'm glad you enjoy it. So what is that? Yes, you want to watch it again, or yes, you like the music, Nancy? You'll just say yes to almost anything I suggest, I'm pretty sure. I really should try and think about forming a cult. Maybe we can be the new Waco, Thrift Co. No, I'm joking, guys. We're not going to be the new Waco. You want to play it again? Okay. Let me see what I can do for you. My video is of like I say, I even tried to upload it onto Ship Video Productions, and I was going to try on Illuma Thrifty TV. I haven't really done much from those since we sort of come out of the community strike crisis that TSP TV was once under. So let me see if I can get it back up for you again. I won't be able to get the screen back. So you guys heard everything all right, I'm guessing. So it says it's playing, but it's not playing. I don't know why. You see there the numbers are going around. Oh wait, I know.
Going to point out something I mentioned in the live show from Hey guys,
I'm trying to get to the bit.
are growing supposedly alarmingly each and every day. CP24. This is a guy from the local news.
Okay, here we come.
Channel CP24. Gurdeep Alawalia. His nice tailored suit and tie there. But yesterday I called this little article. I managed to trace it down on the CP20 Facebook page. I actually uploaded the video of it. This guy who supposedly or allegedly or in factually, I don't know. Up to you to decide. But this guy that they're just going to interview in a second supposedly had COVID-19. He suffered the symptoms after returning from Miami. I'll play the video and we'll come back and discuss it a little bit afterwards. But let me know what you think.
Some people not taking it seriously. A Toronto man who recently returned from Miami was diagnosed with COVID-19, and Kelly Linehan, this serves as a cautionary tale, right?
It really does. We've been talking about what the symptoms are. We know what the symptoms are, but luckily, at least for us here, Gurdeep, and so many of you at home, you don't know what it actually feels like to have COVID-19. That is not the same story for David Anzarath. We're so grateful for your time.
David Anzarath.
Okay, thanks for joining us.
David Anzarath.
Feeling much better today.
We talked yesterday, and you were very stuffed up, so you're already sounding a little bit better here. But can you walk me through the timeline? You went to Miami, returned to Toronto about a week or so ago. When did you start feeling sick?
So notice he said he's feeling much better today. So listen to what he says, and it's a little bit dark, but does he kind of look to you as though he's sick or has been sick? And I'm not sure if he's in it doesn't look as though he's in a hospital or a doctor's. It might be a private hospital perhaps, but it kind of looks as though he's at home doing this interview. But let's listen to what he's got to say, and we will address some more points afterwards. But just check it out and see what you think. He looks like he's been sick and is suffering from the deadly viruses causing so many people to be forced to stay at home.
Yes, so on March 9th, I flew back to Toronto from Miami directly. As soon as I returned home, I came straight home from the airport. I felt tired. I felt sluggish. I had a bit of a headache. I chalked this up to being, traveling for the last day.
Now, what's very, very interesting, sorry, I'll stop it, to just point this out, what he just said there about he was tired, he's had a headache, and he just put it down to something like that. That's almost exactly word for word what Tom Hanks said in his tweet. It's almost like they're reading from the same script, so to speak. But also, this guy, March 11th, so that was like 10 days ago, he come back from Miami. 10 days later, he's on the news, but in between that time, he's had the deadly virus, COVID-19, that's forcing us all to stay at home. So let's just watch a little bit more.
That night, I made myself food that I had in my apartment, and I went to bed early because I was going to work from home the next day. I had let my boss know at work that somebody within my group was feeling ill after our vacation. And I said, best I stay home, best I work from home and manage this as it progressed. Thursday, I started feeling exponentially worse.
Doesn't look like there's social distancing there much, does it, guys?
I felt as if I couldn't, I wasn't myself. If we're operating at 100%, I was at 20%. Able to sit on my couch, work from my laptop, but do pretty much nothing else. By about 6 p.m., I put on a movie, I finished work, and I immediately passed out. When I woke up, I was drenched in a pool of sweat. I was shivering. I was having such intense chills and sweats. I had felt like I was flat. It was as if a truck had hit me. My symptoms were getting increasingly worse, and fever was climbing at that point. I immediately went to bed, took some acetaminophen, tried to sleep, but at that point, I was very hard to control my breathing. I was really, really disoriented, really dizzy, and the headache was unlike something I'd ever felt.
So you wrote about this all in an Instagram.
I think he had a little line before he went on Skype.
You're talking about the most intense chills and sweats and completely congested. A lot of us hear about the respiratory symptoms, making it hard to breathe. How did that feel for you? Because I imagine that might be one of the scariest symptoms with this.
Yeah, it definitely was strange. It was something like I had never before. I knew I was sick. I knew, I weakened immune system. I was.
Hey, he's been partying in Miami.
The week prior, and I was doing a bit of partying in Miami, and so I was expecting to feel, sluggish coming home. This was something different. There was a tightness in my chest. There were points in the evening where, over the night when I was trying to sleep, that I would be gasping for air, and it wasn't so that I couldn't get air. That I was so disoriented. I was so dizzy. It was so completely out of it trying to sleep. I think I wasn't sure what was going on. I was trying to breathe, and I was having difficulty doing so.
So, I mean, luckily, a friend finally urged you to go to the you do that. You go through all these tests, a battery of tests from doctors and nurses, all in full gowns, and they're talking to you through a wall. That's how you're communicating. What was that experience like, and what was the testing process like?
So I went to this room at Cardinal. I made myself there. I made my way there on my own, and I was immediately seen. They took my information. They had a series of questions that they had to ask, which I was prepared to answer. They took me to triage, where they took my temperature, they checked my vitals, and asked a few more questions. They then took me to a
Scratch the
holding room,
nose.
that had 3 chairs.
He's got a little lump
separated
stuck.
just about 2.5 meters. I sat there for about 20 minutes until they could prepare me, which they called their. They took me from the holding room into the clean room and directed me, kind of speaking to me about 5 meters away. They put me into the room. The room had sliding glass doors, and they communicated to me through this glass doors any sort of time that they were going to come in and test me for something. So the doctor introduced himself. He put himself into full gown, mask, gloves, etc. They tested me for all influenzas. They tested me for the COVID-19, which was a large swab up my left nostril. And then they instructed me that they were going to do chest x-rays to test for pneumonia to make sure that I wasn't experiencing any pneumonia. This whole time, everybody's extremely nice. Everybody extremely was very communicative, but it was all done through focus really to protect themselves from what I had at that point. I didn't know that I was going to test positive. There was obviously the suspicion, but they were doing everything they could to protect themselves. They're our frontline workers, and I completely understood, the measures that they were taking to protect themselves and to protect me, right? So.
Now you're back at home. We know that you were sent home. After you were sent home, you got that, positive test for COVID-19, and so this has been about a week or so.
So he was sent home. He's got COVID, and he was sent home. Did they send him home in an isolated vehicle where he wasn't in any contact with anything else? Did he get public transport home? Did he get a taxi? Did he get an Uber? They sent him home.
So these pretty intense symptoms. We're lucky to see that you.
I don't know what's happened there, guys. We've lost sound. But there you go. That's what he looks like just a couple of days after having the deadly COVID virus. Does he look as though he's been sick? Let's get a close up on his eyes. There's his nose, his mouth. Look. Does that look like a man that's been close to death with a deadly COVID? What do you think, guys? As I said, there is a little bit more of that video, but it's mostly of me talking. So it doesn't look like there's that much to worry about. If that's what you look like only days after having it. He was supposed to be deadly sick, yet could answer all the questions and can remember everything. And yeah, it doesn't look at all like he had any. I mean, that might be the magic of the medicine, perhaps. I don't know, but very, very interesting. But that was the sort of first person I've happened to come across on mainstream that is not a celebrity, that is supposed to have had or suffered this. And it seems that within a couple of days, it just disappears, and you can go about your daily bit, and they just send you home from the hospital. Yeah, you got COVID, off you go. Try not to touch anyone on your way home. Do you know what I mean? Does any of that sound like it is falling into what they're kind of telling us how deadly it is and how we have to social distance? You just got a hospital, and I noticed someone like 5 meters away, that's 15 feet. What do they have, a bullhorn? Smoke signals or something? And when you were a kid, you remember you used to put a bit of string between a couple of cups? I don't know, but I just thought that was very interesting, and I think most of you are in the same mindset as me, that he might have been maybe reading from a script. So I almost died from pneumonia, and almost died. I literally was an hour away from dying. I couldn't remember a lot, but he can remember everything. Bullshit. behind a mask you can't hear at 15 feet. I'm pretty sure you couldn't. Trip, there's a lot of information and misinformation about this thing. Who really knows? But if we are to believe that this gentleman that we just saw a couple of times there actually did have it, then really and truly he doesn't look that worse for it, right? And certainly if that's the worst case, you know, you just have a couple of days where you don't feel too good and you can go on Skype a couple of days afterwards and the hospital just sends you home, then is this just a very, 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 very big overkill for this? Oh, let's not talking about all the times we almost died, guys. Although I sympathize with those. At least you didn't die. You're here to watch us again. So we did get 10 people. We're dropped down to 8 now. So that's why the pneumonia develops. Yeah, pneumonia is in the lungs. It's like liquid or something build up, I think. But anyway, I'm glad that neither of you died and you managed to make it here, and let's hope we don't die anytime soon. No, inevitably it will happen one way or another. So guys, I was mistaken. It's my alcoholism that attacks my kidney. Well, that's good. Trip. At least you distinguished and diagnosed adequately what your cause for your symptoms was. Unlike our friend David, I can't remember what it was now, but hopefully, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens to this live stream. I am going to leave it up because, as I said, I did try to put that video up several times, and maybe I can even still show you here. This was about 3:30 this afternoon. I started to upload this. Let me go over to Ship Video Productions. And yeah, there you can see that was the video, and it still is 95% processed. It won't upload at all. So I'm going to have to go back to actually, if I watch you on TSP Ship Video, it give us an extra viewer. I'm going to even comment, hi everyone. If you haven't subscribed to my backup channel, go do so. That's it there. I'm even going to like it. Haha. Well, there we go. It could well be, but he was called David. Now, the other thing that was interesting, I'm pretty sure by now it's been hard to have missed or noticed, the movie Contagion. It is trending at the moment, and it's the only movie that wasn't made in 2019 or 2020 that is currently in the top 10 trending movies, and the movie couldn't really have predicted what is currently going on now any more perfectly. I might even watch it this evening. Wish we could watch it together, but we would certainly get a community strike for that. But within that movie, one of the fucking World Health Organization persons plays himself in the movie and pretty much explains exactly how to deal with COVID-19, but in the movie Contagion from 2011, 9 years ago. Now, here's the other very interesting thing about the movie Contagion, that it was released in September of 2011, and to be precise, it was released on the 9th of September 2011, 9/11, guys. Contagion, coincidence? Pretty much not. We've told you many, many, many times before about predictive programming on this channel. The fiction just prepares you for the reality, and seriously, I'm probably going to watch it tonight just to see exactly how like predictive programmed it was, because there was a picture I saw of is it Matt Damon that's in the movie? I believe it is Matt Damon. He's in it. He plays a father who's trying to get his kid out, and his wife, who was playing around in Hong Kong, was the agent, the patient zero that brought it to the United States. But there's a picture of him in a supermarket or a grocery store, and there's almost nothing on the shelves. You know, all the boxes were left scattered and tossed around, a couple of coffee pots rolling around the floor. But there's also a scene in it where is it Lawrence Fishburne I think it's Lawrence Fishburne. He's in the movie and he's playing somebody to do with the World Health Organization. And he's talking about we have to consider social distancing. We need to be washing our hands. We need to be using hand sanitizer. It pretty much is the script that real life is following right now. Be right back. I have a phone call. Okay, guys. Well, that was about all I wanted to mention on the contagion and the predictive programming. Containment was better than contagion, and probably another fine example of predictive programming. But it was the fact that they kind of were talking about social distancing and the hand sanitizer and the washing of hands and stuff like that, which now is the everyday narrative on mainstream news in little news feeds and stuff, right? So I'm probably going to wrap this up at an hour this evening, as we've only had a few folks watching. There's only 9. There's another burp, baby P, if you're keeping count. That was for my takeout. Now I brought my takeout home and I put it in the microwave to heat it up, and I melted the container that it was in, which is a little bit of disappointing. But watch Containment. Maybe I'll do a double bill this evening, Contagion and Containment. I've got to finish up the Tiger King. I've only got a couple of episodes for that, so we've got a couple of minutes to bring it up to the hour mark, and that will be a pretty decent live effort, I guess, for those of you that did tune in. And those of you that didn't, shame on you. I did tell you I'd be going live every night, and you're not even bothering watching the reruns. And it's not like you got work. Most of you, you're home with nothing to do, and you're not watching my videos. That's what I'm making them for, to entertain you through these dark and disturbing times. I'm your source of light entertainment while giving you a little bit of information. Containment is a series. There was a BBC series as well recently that I wanted to watch. It was pretty much about a virus, but it was a computer virus, and it was like some guy had it on his phone, and everybody who he come in contact with somehow picked up the virus. Why aren't all the at-risk folks the ones on lockdown? Exactly. And we have mentioned, Trip, remember the elderly shopping hour at the grocery stores, that if this is a biological genetically targeted weapon, and it is targeting the elderly and the sick, then perhaps rounding them up into a large building would be an ideal location to let airborne pathogens get into the system. You know what I mean? I just got a text from Bubba News. So he's just, let me read what Bubba Junes said. He got sidetracked. The markets will open each day at 9:30. When the 7% limit down is reached, the market stops for 15 minutes. Upon resuming trading, the markets will then go into a 13% limit down. Again, the markets will pause for 15 minutes. When they reopen, they will go down to 20%, and they're going to be doing this all day long. This will be a very long, painful weekend for a lot of people. This pattern resumes on Monday the 6th. Okay, so he sent me something, and this was interesting as well. He sent me a file attachment that was deleted. It's not supported, it was deleted. So that was something from Bubba News. Make of that what you will, guys. But a few guys of us are in a little bit of communicado and letting each other know what's going on. And again, I want to hear what's going on with you, pictures and stuff. Oh, Discord, you had a couple of pictures at the Heidi mentioned, didn't she, at the Walmart? Let's see if we can pick those up. Have a little look at those. Oh my word, and this was what Heidi saw at her Walmart. Can you see that there? Nothing. And there's one more. This looks, oh no, that's just, yeah, no, it's not as much as I thought. So those are the pictures from Heidi at the Walmart where she is. And look at that, we've gone over the hour. Gone about right. Love it. Trip, I had someone online say people like you are putting people like me at risk. I told him stay the fuck home because I take care of people like him. Good for you, Ribbit. And again, this divide and distract tactic, there are those that are divided and, oh, you should be staying home, this is why, and it's only martial law because you wouldn't stay home, they told you to stay home, now there's martial law, that's what you get. A couple of people been ranting along those lines, but pretty sure by the end of the week we'll all be on lockdown. The United States is pretty much, the border is closed. I did hear from CT, actually. He is going to be back in Canada tomorrow. They're still letting truckers in and across to get back home, but some folk are going to be trapped south of the border, as maybe some might be trapped north of the border. I can't imagine for the life of me anybody in Florida going, hey, let's go spend winter in Canada. Eh? It's far too warm and nice down here in Florida, although I don't know why the Floridians would have Canadian accents, but still, we got past the hour mark, guys, and we will be wrapping up there and then. If you guys want to go and chat and hang out on Discord, please do so. If you want to go and find some other YouTuber to watch, please do so. If you want to just go hang out with your families and spend some quality time, that's a much better way to spend the rest of your Saturday nights, guys. So thanks for you that did tune in. Probably the fewest view or the lowest viewed live feed we've ever done, but those of you that did watch, you did get to see a little bit of I don't know, attempts. ATN, look at that, always when we sign off someone shows up. Hey, glad to see ATN. You missed a little bit of a presentation I did earlier. It's okay. We haven't had many people watch at all tonight, ATN, and we were just saying how over the weeks and days, and there's Shadow Fox, lots of people showing up now. Always the way when we say, I swear to God, people just sit and watch and wait for their moment to make an entrance. But anyway, missed last night as well. That's okay, ATN. I hope you didn't get into trouble with your girlfriend the other day. I had to make a little bit of a funny joke at her expense as she was listening. Take some liberty. But yeah, I did a little bit of a presentation earlier about a video that YouTube wouldn't allow past the processing part. You first of all, you upload it and go and upload complete, and then it starts processing. But it wouldn't get past processing, and I still got one. I tried to upload it on this channel and on Ship Video Productions, but on Ship Video Productions for the last 5 hours, it's been still at 95%. But I did a little presentation for you in this live stream. We watched that video twice just to show you the poor guy that had COVID within 10 days of arriving back from Miami. He discovered the symptoms, or he started experiencing the symptoms. Then his buddy told him to go to the doctor, where they tested him and told him, yeah, you've got it. Then he had it. He was very sick, and then lo and behold, 9 days after that, he was on TV, Skype, looking right as rain, perfectly picture of health. But I will leave this live feed up. Interesting to see if it will get flagged or if it will get past the processing, because although it is live, it still has to be processed before it finally gets put up for views. So maybe if you want ATN, why don't you zoom back to the beginning or a little bit while yeah, I saw that in somebody in my town that they're, hey, let's all put the Christmas lights up. That's why I kind of wanted to put the Halloween decorations up. I thought it would be a little bit spookier, seeing as it's a scary virus and stuff. Smell the fish. But anyway, that's what I said. We did do a little presentation, but not many people bothered to show up tonight. And really and truly, since sort of Tuesday, each and every upload or live feed I've done is lost a few more viewers. If or not, that's because people aren't getting notification. If not, it's too much of a good thing. I want to put a giant do it, Ribbit, do it. Oh, why aren't they putting up their Christmas lights up now to make it not so bleak, Shadow Fox? That was why. And there was this very peculiar, larger than normal star in the sky outside. I'm pretty sure that with my camera on my phone I won't be able to pick it up, but Put the decoration. That's what I'm saying, Trip. Start putting your Halloween decorations up. I did put a little picture somewhere the other day of that, maybe in the Discord and on Facebook. So yeah, if you're out there, start putting your Halloween decorations up, guys. But anyway, Laurie, yes, that's the star I was talking about. When did you arrive? Have you been here all along, or did you just get here? There is a big, huge star in like the northwest. Huge. I was like sitting out there and let's see if we can see it. Hold on. Do, do, do. Between the tree, there. And, like you can't really see. There are other stars I can see with the eye. See, there's a little one there. But look how big and bright that one is. Anyone know anything about that? I should put the inflatable girlfriend up, shouldn't I? I was actually thinking of you remember in The Walking Dead in season 1 they put the alive don't open dead inside. But I was thinking of putting alive inside, maybe on a piece of cardboard and tying it to the front. But yeah, that would be funny to put the inflatable girlfriend up. Been watching it for a while. It's creepy. The star is creepy. Do you think maybe that might be what the COVID is distracting us from? That this big fuck off star's on its way to hit us. How'd you see a $49 special going? But did you think that star looked big? I mean, you don't normally pick up stars on a camera. On your phone camera, not without like zooming in, and that was like behind a tree and it was bright. I don't know, I was looking at it a little bit earlier and it was very creepy. So yeah, if that was the star that you were talking about, Laurie, then I know exactly what you're talking about now. Like an idiot, I should have gone to a Dollarama and got some candy or chocolate. I haven't got any. And I kind of fancy a little bit now, but it is 10 o'clock. Everywhere's going to be shut up, I expect. This big fuck off star is on its way to hit us. That's what I'm kind of thinking, Shadow Fox. That is this the fucking Close Encounters virus? Remember when they, or was it gas leak or something? Yes, I've been wondering if it's something. It's so bright when there's no light. Yeah. It really, really, really is. And if you kind of look at it for long enough, you can almost kind of see a sphere around the star itself. I ate half a bag of chocolate chip cookies last night. Good stuff, Ribbit. That's what I like to hear. Actually, I might make some cocoa and get some cookies out of my pantry because I've got a shitload of cookies in my pantry, funnily enough. This is a little bit weird and kind of why I wanted to go out and get some groceries because I still kind of am reluctant to start delving into my pantry and eating from it. And same thing, I was like, well, maybe I've got 2 boxes of out-of-date MREs. Why don't I just crack one open and that's going to be my meals for the next couple of weeks? But at the same time, I don't want to eat those meals for the next 2 weeks. And while there still is availability of, you know, if we can go to the groceries and get some fresh produce and stuff, although one of the little fruit markets today had almost no fruit outside, but it had bunches of flowers. You could get flowers. One of the other, because there's like 2 grocery stores next to each other, one of them still had some Shadow had some fruit and stuff outside, so I'm not sure how much long we're going to be getting fruit here because obviously our fruit comes from south of the border, so if they're going to still be letting that kind of stuff come across in trucks and stuff, I don't know. But I might try and get out depending on what the weather's saying tomorrow and do a little bit more more of a walkabout, see what's going on. I think that's probably a good idea. Some of you guys are enjoying the walkabout, some of you guys who can't get out. So Sunday, March the 20th is going to be 0, and this is the weather for the next 10 days here in Toronto. Look, so Sunday 0, Monday rain and snow and 4 degrees, Tuesday partly cloudy 6 degrees, Wednesday 6 degrees showers, Thursday 8 degrees showers, Friday 7 degrees partly cloudy, next Saturday 6 degrees showers, and then 8 and 9 on Sunday and Monday, 30th of March 9 degrees. So there's the weather for the next week. I just thought it was Venus. It might be Venus, but it looks like far too. What was that sky scanner? Actually, no, I'm not going to do it now. But you can get an app called Sky Scanner. Not Sky Scanner. Like it's a star map. You look up in what is tomorrow's date? It's the 22nd. You know what I'm talking about, right? ATM. There's like a map of the stars that you can point up, and it will tell you what they are. If you've got it, point it towards northwest. Laurie, is it in the west? Venus is huge right now. That's what we just looked at, Ribbit. We went out and pointed at that big, huge star that's behind the tree. Yeah, she's from Louisiana, Shadow Fox. They like their lights up, so they can sit out on the porch and listen to the crickets and stuff. 22 is not cool. Skull and Bones. 322. Oh yeah, it is the 322. There's an app for that. Yeah, there is. Do you remember when that used to be a thing? Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, my app says it's Venus. Wow, okay, so we saw Venus. I'm here, Venus. Maybe Venus is doing something to us. But it's in the western sky. Jim Williams is saying his app says it's Ribbit. What's your app saying? Have you got one? I keep trying to wrap this up, but somehow I'm out. I'm outside right now. It's nice. Yeah, you see, it is very nice sitting out in the nice warm evening with those little twinkly lights. Maybe not the red and green ones, just the white ones. They're a little bit more neutral-y. I think like the red and green ones are a bit more Christmassy. But there are people still here. They got Christmas lights up. If it's west, it's in the northwest, Ribbit. That's where we were just looking, in that direction towards the west, northwest. Okay, Trip. I do, but it's not dark. Okay. Marijuana. It is going to be a marijuana time for me. And for you guys, you've got an extra 13 minutes of TSP TV live, so we might as well wrap it up at the 15. 1 hour 15. And as I say, we'll try and leave this up, see if we get us. Oh no, there's Maryland. Somebody always comes at the very end. People are putting up, don't put your Christmas lights up, start putting Halloween lights up. Seriously, I want to see pictures of Halloween lights. I wish I had some Halloween decorations. I'd put them up. Did Martha arrive as well? Why can't I see Martha? How are you seeing Martha before she arrives, or did I not see her creep in before? Hey Martha. So people were turning up. Always. I just said we were going to go, and then Maryland in somebody out, I can't remember who it was. Now we just were about to go, and Martha showed up. Laurie, people were putting up let's use more electricity for fuck's sake. That's what I'm saying. Put your jack-o'-lanterns up, please. Laurie, go and put, just for me, put a Halloween decoration up. Trip, I know you'll be putting one up. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And if it is our like extinction moment, for people in the future, we'll like just find the Halloween decorations. You know what I mean? I wish I really did have some, because I would be out there doing that for sure. Police and interstate truckers are reporting they are getting a pass ahead of shutdown. When I logged onto this video, the first thing I hear is TSP says it was time to wrap this up. Yeah, this is kind of why we're going on a bit longer, Shadow Fox, because every time I do, people turn up and we kind of say hello to them, and then they say hello, and then before we know it, there's another 20 minutes gone. I carved my spag squash I grew last. Do it, Laurie, do it. Haven't you got some pumpkins from 2017? Put a candle in it. It's our fault, Shadow. It is. It was you two guys, or whoever it was, that turned up together at the same time. That's a little bit of a coordinated attack. Brilliant, Ribbit. That's brilliant. we should think of something. But also the toilet paper. Look, do you want to see what I got today, guys? The only reason I got it is because at the minute nobody can get it for love and money, so I've got a whole fucking 6 packs, 2 layers of softness and absorbency. People, look at that. I wonder how much I could sell that on eBay for right now. I live in the middle of town and there are sirens all day and night now, Shah. Okay, I know, I don't know why I see you in a little hut out on the bayou with just like crickets and an owl that visits now and then. Woo-hoo. Hey, Shah. Woo-hoo. Shah. Woo-hoo. But that was the only reason I picked it up, and I actually kind of walked around with it very, very like evident under my arm from the store, and I could like see people looking at it with almost envy, but didn't want to ask me where I got it from. So yeah, there we are. So there's plenty of toilet roll out there if you know where to look. Rolling deep, bro. I wouldn't advertise that. People got swamp ass. Again, brother, they got to come take it from me. I would be able to defend myself within reasonable force if they entered my property and tried to steal from me. As long as you don't hit them from behind, that's okay. But yeah, toilet paper. Lady had stacks of it. She had masks, all sorts of things, and I was talking to her about it, because I was trying to talk her into maybe doing an interview, but she sort of didn't seem as though she wanted to talk to me much longer. But anyway, she had a like pandemic stockpile within this little convenience store on Ronsonville Avenue here in Toronto, like hand sanitizer. You remember when I bought those big ones for like $4? They were like this big, to make my space heater. She was selling those at $29.99. People, stacks and stacks and stacks of it, like this lady, and she said, I have special supplier. You smell them coming. Is it possum or opossum? I've always said possum. What did Nancy just find a possum outside on the street? Found me some roadkill. Cook me up some possum tonight with grits and chicken biscuits. I don't say biscuits like that, I'm sorry. It's 9:04. Yes, 10. It's 10 o'clock here. So as I said, guys, you keep getting that's illegal. They passed a gouging law. They quite possibly did, but it's only a law if it's enforced, Laurie, and somebody would have to go there. I mean, it looked like kind of medical when she said she had like a special supplier. This kind of stuff looked as though it had come from like a hospital or some kind of, it didn't look like commercial hand sanitizer, and it was medical boxes of masks and rubber, like the big boxes of rubber gloves. Where's Darcy and Danielle? Well, Darcy was going to make a shop and introduce her children to socialism by giving them out monopoly money for doing chores and things around the house, and then allowing them to buy like chips and stuff, or maybe they could use their monopoly money to buy TV time. I don't know, or maybe you really don't know, but there's some very, like, when Chinatowns are always like a place where you can find stuff, and I think I pointed out, sometimes if you know how to ask, they might have ninja stars or nunchucks or illegal fireworks. You just got to know how to approach them. Sometimes they even sell cigarettes individually. Sometimes even they sell zigzags individually. I have known a convenience store in Toronto that did sell you zigzags 5 cents a piece. Cops here chasing the ambulance. Shadows down in Florida. I bet you got some Florida stories to tell us, Shadow Fox. Anyway, guys, look at that. Now I'm fucking 20 minutes. And 11 folks. And 13 thumbs up. Oh my god, zigzags. So I'm possibly thinking I might go out a little bit tomorrow if it ain't too cold. If the sun's out, I'll do a little walkabout and see if I can see what's going on at the Freshco and the other Dollarama. It's okay, brother. I know people got stuff doing in busy lives, and there's, I don't really go live on Saturdays normally, but we have been going live every single day through the pandemic. I can even show you the landslide of views if you want. You can watch how my videos have been landsliding from the. Hang on, just trying to find YouTube Studio. And we're back down to 1961 subscribers. I don't know if any of you can recall last year in some of the passive censorship. There's something about that number, like that's a number that is like the algorithm. Okay, don't let it go above that number, because I was at 1961 for months and months and months. Nothing went up, nothing went down. And then when I started to see a little increase in subscribers, somehow it's come all the way back to 1961. And every time. Oh, that's the video. How many views has that got? 38. So that's probably doing best out of the last few. It's the 4th best video out of my last 10 performance wise. So this is what the subscribers are saying. Look at that, you see? Every time we get one, they disappear. Sad viewing. But videos. So we can see before, where were we at? Lockdown Live. I think that was daily. I think that was Tuesday night. So Tuesday night, Lockdown Live, 2 hours, 39 minutes, 172 views. Then the day after, and this is when Tuesday night, I think the AI, the algorithms changed and took over the community standards. So the next day, 68 views for my walkabout, then 37, then only 88 to see the beautiful and lovely Annie Bradell as a special guest. Coffee with Tea, 41. Live show, 56. Chilean MRE, 53. TSP live last night, 38. Sunday walkabout, 38. Pretty disappointing figures, really, considering most people are home with nothing else to do. I love the beach. I could live on the beach, okay. Yes, we are. I think it's a time zone. I don't think a whole stuff. I mean, live. He wants to watch movies. Not really. I actually want to finish watching Tiger King, and I was gonna watch Contagion just because everybody is watching it at the minute. But at the same time, I really don't need to. If it is that obviously predictive program, I just watched a couple of clips and stuff earlier. But as I said, guys, there's 11 watching now. We have gone live every single night. Sometimes it is a little bit difficult to try and muster up some kind of content to entertain you with for any length or duration. Sometimes you don't always have to go on for hours and hours and hours, but it certainly seems to me that the videos anyway are a little bit on the incline, so maybe it would be time to take a couple of days off perhaps. But that being said, we'll probably do something tomorrow. And I went to my shack to do some cleaning, no internet, kind of relaxing. Yeah, it is a little bit relaxing sometime. Been binge watching Netflix series 2. Martha did put a video on Ship Video Productions, how you can Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Disney Plus, all that stuff in one app for free. That's just Getting Naked on the Beach. Okay, I guess we're going there. And of course, feel free. Watch some of my videos, guys. I've got videos out there that's got still less than 30 views from my days when I didn't have subscribers. So please go out and binge watch some of my older content. Give me some views, leave some comment on some of that older stuff. You never know what you might find. But there we go. We will be saying a good night to you all now, once and for all. Watch Elmel or Anika or Danielle or somebody show up right now. But guys, say good nights and God blesses and all that stuff to each other now. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Discord will be available for your entertainment and communication needs. for the duration. Shallow Fox is bringing his camera to take naked pictures of Nancy. High five, brother and chat. Be safe, be self. You too, my man. We will be back tomorrow. Maybe I should advertise it earlier in the day. Maybe people will set up. Who was it was out that was going to get someone said they were going to go and get a pizza for this thing. But anyway, Giggity from Ribbit on the naked photos of Nancy on the beach. Thanks for tuning in, guys. As I said, we will see you tomorrow, all being well. Take care, Becky Pamplin. Lurking. Glad you were here with us tonight. Exactly. Maybe I'll advertise it earlier in the day. Maybe that will be. Was it you, Ribbit, that said you were getting the pizza? Well, whoever it was, good for you. That kind of did warm my heart if somebody went out of their way to get a pizza. Oh my God, we got to get a pizza and sit down and watch TSP TV tonight. That's great to know. So, okay, guys, we will see you probably tomorrow in a live show of some point. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. It is a shit video production. It is TSP TV live. See you tomorrow. Take care. Keep it thrifty.